Time.
Well, I tell you, Robert Earl Dean, we are so fortunate once again to have an outstanding interview coming up. Robert Earl Dean, who do we have with us today?
Well, let me tell you this. I have waited for a long time to be able to chat it with this young lady. She is amazing. She's anointed. She's powerful. None other than Miss Nakitta Clegg-Fox. Good morning, Nakitta.
Good morning. Good morning. How are you? How are you all doing?
We are so blessed. And let me tell you this before we even start. I remember seeing you at the age of 15 sing for the good of them at the Greater Paradise Baptist Church
Oh my God.
because you used to do a
That was a
lot
while
of the
ago.
Kim McFarland songs.
Yes, I did. I did. One of my favorites.
Yes, and I was there because I was attending college at that time, Philander Smith, before I went to UAPB and graduated. And you left an indelible impression from that time on to now. So I am so honored to have you on here this morning.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Well, sis, this is Dr. LT, and just want to say that we knew your voice. You had been blessing us. We when you sung, God blocked it. He blocked it, and so many people just fell in love with that song. But just recently, you had an opportunity to sing at the funeral and the homegoing of George Floyd and
Hmm.
literally shook the nation. Tell me, what has your experience been since you sung at that homegoing?
I have been extremely busy, which is not a bad thing, but I'm just it still feels surreal to me because I just did what I normally do.
Hmm.
And I'm just kind of like, wow. I got up there and I gave reverence and praise to God, and He has stamped His approval, and that's all I can really say about it to explain what's been happening since then. He has stamped His approval. So
I
yes.
I agree. And the thing that I'm impressed about with you is that I talked to your manager and we laughed because I told him, I said, everybody else is Johnny come latelys. I've been following her since she was 15 and she's doing what she always does. That's what I told him. Um,
Wow.
Singing is in your family. Your older sister Tammy is like a big sister to me. She embraced me during my Arkansas days when she was at Old St. James
Mhm.
with Pastor Holman. What kind
Mhm.
of family did you grow up in? Did everybody sing in your family?
We all can sing. We all can sing,
Yes,
but
Lord.
nobody nobody ever really took it serious. Took it to be a career.
Right.
Not even myself. So we would sing together Saturday mornings. Cleaning the house. There was always some kind of music playing.
Hmm.
So my dad was a singer. He used to sing. So yeah, yeah, we all sing. Not everybody, chose it to be a career
A
or
profession, yeah.
or a profession, but yeah, but we all sing. Yeah, even my grandmother, even my mom's mother, she could sing. My
Wow.
aunt, she could sing and play. So yeah, yeah, family of singers.
Well, sis, I want to ask this question because on Saturday mornings we used to sing in our house too.
Mhm.
But me and my sister was trying to send a message to my mother, and so we would sing old Negro spirituals like wade in the water because we wanted her to really know that we was feeling like she was having us like slaves on plantation. Now, did y'all sing happy songs or did you sing songs with a message to your parents?
No, we sung happy songs. We knew better.
You went up there
We knew better.
wade in the water, sweet low, sweet
What
cherry.
kind
Mm-mm.
of hits? Give me some hits.
No, we wasn't wading in no water because we would have been wading in some water for real. So
Right.
we,
Uh,
no way. We used to listen to Aretha Franklin. We used to
yes.
Mm.
listen to the Hawkins Singers,
Mm-hmm.
Mighty Clouds of Joy.
Uh-huh.
Oh, just a variety of different things. So yeah, no, I wasn't wading the water.
So let me ask you this. Um, you know it's uniquely fabulous, but also funny that when the anointing goes before a singer and you do what God has just anointed you to do, how it literally galvanizes and grasps the ear of the world. My question to you is, now that the world has you have their ear, what has been some of the opportunities that are coming your way because they have felt the anointing of God?
I was able to do an interview with BBC London,
Hmm.
um, a really big station in London. They called. Well, they emailed immediately after the funeral was over and wanted to interview me, as well as I was on the Get Up morning show with Erica Campbell.
Mm-hmm.
I've gotten calls from all over the world, people wanting to book me. Of course, we're not doing any um, major traveling now due to the pandemic, but calls from South Africa, I want to say Trinidad,
Wow.
gotten calls from. So yes, a lot of doors have been opening. Was able to do an interview here with the TV station here, Houston Live show. I mean Houston Life. I'm sorry, Houston Life show here. So a lot of doors have been opening, and I'm grateful. I'm grateful for it.
Well, Nikita, it's about when God has called you for a certain time. And the key with people that are listening that are up and coming artists and singers and stuff, you have to be patient and you have to stick with your craft and know that God called you to do it, because in this industry, everything doesn't always go how you plan. Can you talk a
How
little
you
bit about
plan?
that?
Yeah, I've been in the industry for a while now. I started singing with Kurt Carr back in 2001.
Mm-hmm.
So that tells you how long I've been doing this. I'm not a pushy person. I do know of people who are really pushy and
Mm-hmm.
and persistent in, becoming.
Mm-hmm.
If I can say that.
Right.
And I just have always felt like when it's my time, God was going to do what He promised me He was going to do. So, not that I haven't, worked on anything else of my own, because I do have my own projects.
Yes, you do.
Um, but I just feel like God's timing is everything, and then I still stay faithful in your local church,
Come on.
because there's a blessing in being covered and being and getting that experience at home and learning, and that's your learning spot,
Yes.
at your local church.
Mm-hmm.
So I just feel like, don't be weary in well doing, for in due season, we'll reap if we faint not. And I've been on this journey for a long time, and there have been times when I was like, wow, everybody is stepping ahead of me,
Come on.
and we have all of these we have all of these reality TV shows, these competitions and things
Mm-hmm.
where people can come and become instant stars,
Mm-hmm.
and then you're looking like, man, I've been out here for years, and then all it took was a TV show to make.
Wow.
But, then God is still saying, let me do the work. Let me do it for you. And
Right.
then you don't have to worry about anybody saying, well, I put you on. I did this. I
Mm-hmm.
did that.
So,
God be the glory.
That's right.
amen, amen. Like I said, what God puts up, can't no man take down.
Yeah,
So let
puts
me
it
ask you
down.
this
That's right.
question.
Hmm.
We saw you again, like Robert Earl Dean said, he's known you since you've been 15.
Yes.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
was introduced to
So
you. Yes.
so he gonna say he got street cred with you. Now, but for the people that are just meeting you right now, tell us,
Hmm.
who are you? What makes your DNA? We know you come from a family of singers, but what tell us the
Hmm.
inside story of who is Nakitta?
Well, actually, let's just start from how I got started. My first solo was at 11. well, I used to sing even before that in the kids choir at church or whatever. But
Hmm.
my first real solo was at 11. My choir used to go to UCLA and sing at like they would have always have a musical, and my church choir would be invited to go and sing. So they were getting ready to sing "There Is No Way," and they needed a leader. I'm just
Now, what
sitting in the
church was
audience.
this? What church was this?
Davis Creek. I'm sorry,
Okay.
Davis Creek in Prattsville, Arkansas.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Some
So
singing
they're
folk in
getting ready to
Arkansas.
sing. Yes, they're getting ready to sing "There Is No Way," and then they're needing a leader, and I'm just there at rehearsal with my family. I'm not in the choir at this time. I'm just there with them. So my aunt, she was like, "I know who can do the song," and she turns around and she says, "Keita, come up here and do this song." And I'm looking like, "What?"
At
Like
11 years old.
at 11. So I ended up leading the song, and from then on, I've been, singing around different churches in Arkansas. Then I moved here. Well, I came here to Houston to go to school at Prairie View, and I've joined different community groups, Adrian Medeiros and Gap, and then I sang with Gary Mays and New
I was
Era.
finna mention Gary Mays. Yes.
Yeah, yeah, and just what how I started taking this serious is just being around singers who love to sing and
Hmm.
who practice their gifts. And I was just like, wow, this is amazing. It's amazing to be around people who really love what they're doing. So from then, Gary invited me to the church that he was a member of at the time, the Fountain of Praise. I became a member there, became worship leader there, and that's how Kurt found me. Well, one of the members there was his friend and told him about me. So yeah, I'm a worship leader. I'm a mother of two, a 6-year old, an 11-year old. I'm a wife to Marquise, and that's what I do. I travel. I mom. I nurse. I Uber drive. Well, not a real Uber driver, but Uber for my kids.
Right.
So that's basically that's me. That's Nakitta.
Now I want to ask you a question. Now, I know that your husband know who you are, but
Mhm.
when this all started happening, you doing Kurt Carr and all that stuff. Did your children ever look at you? How do your children see you? Are you just mom, or when you walked home, came back in after singing at this funeral, they looked at you and like, mom? Was there any change in how your children responded to you?
No, I'm just mom. I am mom all day long, any day, every day to them. Well, I mean, they do have the respect and the admiration, um, but they didn't watch the funeral and
Mm-hmm.
they weren't there, so they didn't really get to see, what happened, what all happened.
Hmm.
However, a few days later, my daughter, she was Googling. I don't know, every so often she'll Google my name and she'll see, Mom, this came up when I Googled your name. So she did Google and she was like, Mom, look at this. And she was just running down everything that had been, put on the website. But I'm still just mom to them. They don't make any big fuss about anything because I don't, when I come home, this is my safe place. Then
Mm-hmm.
I don't really, talk about much that goes on outside of here. This is our safe haven. So yeah, they don't, yeah.
Talk about your solo album because
Okay.
people need to know that you have a solo album as well. Yes, you did Kurt Carr, but you have your
Yeah.
own music. And tell them about that.
Yeah, I recorded a project, Let Us Worship, in 2011. Really good project. It was something on there for the young and the old, and it just really didn't have the machine behind it
Yes.
to make it do what it really could have done. But the blessing about all of this is that the CD went up to number 14, number 12. I think it finally peaked at number 12.
Wow.
on iTunes.
Wow.
Yes. After the funeral, the CD finally got the recognition that it should have gotten when it was released.
God's timing.
Yes, yes, yes. God's
So,
timing.
so let me ask you this: what is next for Miss Nakitta?
I am still working on music. I was actually recording music before the funeral happened. I'm still working on music. Trying to get something out really, really soon. And again, I don't want to rush anything just
Hmm.
because,
Right.
the wave is, I know the wave is going, but I don't
Hmm.
want to rush anything. I want to make sure that I get good quality music out to everybody to enjoy. Um, of course, I'm writing some books and
Oh, good.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So if you weren't singing, what would you be doing? Because you went to Prairie View, and it's crazy because
I went to
I
Fairview.
was wondering
Yes.
where you were all them years, and then I saw you research on Gary May's album. I was like, this is where Nikita's at. I was wondering for years.
Yeah, I don't know. Singing is my passion, definitely. If I were not singing, I would probably be a nurse. I would probably be somewhere working in the hospital because I went to school for pre med. I wanted to be a pediatrician. Um, but I was like, nah, I don't think I'm gonna do the school thing
I
for
was that too.
this many years.
I was that too. I wanted to be one too once upon a time.
Yes, no, no, no. I said, no,
It's
I
too
don't think I
long.
want to do that for this many years. So I would probably be a nurse. Yes,
Right.
probably be a nurse.
My final question:
Okay.
who would you want to collaborate with, dead or alive? Who would be your dream artist or
Ah,
artist with an S?
thank you. You said dead or alive.
Yes,
I it would have to be Ella Fitzgerald
because you are a jazz singer.
because I am a jazz enthusiast, and she is my absolute favorite. She's like a freak of nature. She's not
Yes,
real. She's
yes,
not human. She's the best. Her tone, her
yes.
oh my God, she's it for me. And if I could do a collab with anybody dead or alive, it would definitely be Ella Fitzgerald. I don't know what we would do, but that would be it.
Amen. One of the things about it is that you went to an HBCU
Yes,
college.
Oh yeah.
Actuality, my cousin John Blake and one of my good friends Dee Dee Pfeiffer both went to Prairie View AME.
they got a good
And
choir
yeah,
too.
my question
Yeah.
is for the young people that are listening that are looking to enroll in maybe an HBCU or in college, what encouraging words would you give them from your experience being there?
The culture is everything, and
Hmm.
you learn so much about it. And it's just good to be around other people who look like you, who
Hmm.
come from some of the same backgrounds as yourself, and just to see everybody working hard to become, successful and to do great things in life and to do great things for our culture and our communities. So it's a wonderful, beautiful feeling. I'm trying to make sure that I steer my children into going into an HBCU. And they may decide to do otherwise,
Right.
but if I have my way and my say, they'll both be at an
Right.
HBCU.
It's
Yes.
it's funny because with all of the culture that's going on with the protests and all that kind of stuff, some of America's top high school athletes, one being in San
Mhm.
Diego, they're choosing to go to black colleges now. So it's sending a
Yes.
shockwave all
Yes.
over the
All over.
world. Mhm.
Yes. Yes. And I think it's great. I think it's great, and I think we do need to bring our talents, our gifts
Yes.
our back to our schools. We should.
I agree because I,
Well,
I attended one and I attended two, and they were great because, like you said, everything is about you, everything is for
Mhm.
you. And coming from
Mhm.
California, in my city, in San Diego, we're only like 4% black, so
Oh
or
yeah.
5% black. So going to Grambling first, and then excuse me, Philander Smith was second, voice scholarship,
Mhm.
and then going to UAPB and graduating. You learned so much, and the people were so um, embracing and you
Yes.
just felt so proud of yourself. So I totally agree with everything you're saying. I think it's phenomenal. to go to HBCU.
Yes,
Now, one of the
yes.
things, and this is just a pitch, and I'm going to say this to all the sponsors out there that want to sow great seed into this young lady. If y'all looking at this picture that I have up here right now, this young lady has probably one of the prettiest smiles that I've ever seen in
And she's
life.
fashion
Right.
and
forward. She's
and
fashion forward.
we need to get Colgate, Crest. Somebody need to sponsor that smile right here from God Radio.
And
Yes.
Crest sponsored CC Winan some years ago.
I know, but you see that
Oh,
smile?
wow.
We need to get.
Dominique, let's work on it.
Yeah, because I can see her spokesperson, and if you would like to woo sing like me
Right,
and
right.
got a smile like this,
And she has a
you know,
personality.
yes.
She has a personality out of this world. Even at 15, I knew that she was going to be something. The way she approached people and the way she was kind to people, that goes further than talent.
I'm trying to tell you, this she gonna be a super pitch woman. Everybody gonna
Yes.
be like trying to get her to pitch their product, and be like Dwayne the Rock Johnson, who's getting now 1.5 million just for a social media post.
Jesus Christ.
See, we could do that. Do you feel
'Cause we
that,
God's
Nakitta? You
child,
feel that in your
yes.
spirit?
I feel it in my spirit. That's
Amen.
just, whoop, that just hit me in my shot side.
Yeah, for real.
Lord.
Now, how can
Yes,
people
Lord.
follow you and find you?
I am on Instagram as I am Nakitta Fox, and that's NAKITTAFOXX. I'm also on Facebook. My artist page is Nakitta Clegg-Fox. I'm also Nakitta C. Fox
For the
on
play.
Facebook. Mm-hmm.
Well, we thank you so much, sis. This has been an honor for me. I have been looking forward to doing this even before I became on radio. I've been looking forward to
Aw.
reconnecting. I said, Tammy, I'm trying to reach her. Tammy said, reach out to her one more time, Robert. I promise you'll get her. Reach out to her. And now we got you.
Thank
So to
you.
God be the glory. And thank Dominique for being such a good representative of your brand.
Yes, he is. He is. He is.
Now we're going to let the audience hear you sing We Offer Praise. So let's set it up, sister.
All right. So what you how you want me to do it? Just tell them,
However you
give
want to
a
do
listen?
it. Yes.
Okay. So now you guys give a listen to my rendition of We Offer Praise. Enjoy and be blessed.
The one and only Nakitta Clegg-Fox on GODRadio1.com.